Welcome back, awesome Action Toy fans and subscribers. Yes, it is a Warhammer 40k, a JoyToy Warhammer 40k action figure double bill. Today is Sunday, what are we today? We are Sunday the 24th of September 2023. And this week coming to be a great week because it's 3.5 days work, then a week off work because of holidays here in China. Fantastic. Okay, so we got two new figures that came yesterday. Got the Imperial Fist Lieutenant with Power Sword, and we got the Ultramarines Lieutenant with Power Fist. Thought I'd do them together because they appear to be very similar. Obviously, lots of same parts and whatnot. And plus, I don't have to make two separate videos. Let's get a look at the boxes. So let's look at the power. Let's look at the Imperial Fist Lieutenant first. Looks pretty cool. On the box here, is this part a new helmet? I can't recall seeing that one before. I may be wrong. 12 cm, so it's the standard size. Obviously, some of the characters are slightly bigger. Looks pretty cool. Doesn't come with unhelmeted head. Does look nice. And then our Ultramarines Lieutenant with Power Fist, and the other arm there is like a cybernetic, robotic metal arm. Quite a nice unhelmeted head there. Does he come with a helmeted head is the question. Yes, he does. Very, very cool indeed. Does look nice. And we see he comes with two different hands. One for shooting, one for gripping the sword. Okay, leave me unbox these, set them up. If you like sort of content, consider joining the Patreon. Link in the top right. Free for 7 days. You can cancel any time in 7 days, and it will not cost you a penny. Help support the channel, and you get to see all the content before it's published on YouTube. Plus, you do get exclusive content from time to time and other stuff too. So it is worth checking out, if only for 7 days. I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. And here they are. They both do look good. You know, it's a case of, yeah, we've seen it sort of before, but they do look good. Even the Ultramarines, I'm getting a bit tired of Ultramarines. He looks better than some of the recent releases too. Okay, so what do they come with? So the Imperial Fist, they both come with the bases. The Imperial Fist, he comes with 2 extra pairs of hands. So he comes standard right trigger, left gripping. He also comes with right gripping, left trigger, and a pair of fists. And then, as we saw on the box for the Ultramarines Lieutenant, he comes his left hand with a trigger, and he also comes with a replacement left hand gripping. Because he also comes with a sword, it appears to be the same sword that our Ultramarines Lieutenant has as well. And the alternate head for the helmeted head for the Ultramarines Lieutenant is this one. Does look pretty good. It's a nice job on those eyes, particularly nice looking helmeted head, but I think his unhelmeted head looks pretty damn cool. And they both come with bases. Okay, so let's have a look at our Imperial Fists Lieutenant. Cracking job on that inking on those little vents on the face. Also, you can see on the body, the eagle, you can see some shading going on. Also in the forearm, so it's pretty good on that. It needs a bit more perhaps. Highlighting not so much there. I don't think on this gun we can take out the magazine, can we? No, it can break my finger now though. I think he's a cracking looking figure. Very, very cool. Overly highlighted on that on this sort of loin cloth here. I say overly highlighted because there's no other highlighting on it on the figure that I can see. I mean, it does look nice. It's not overly highlighted. It just makes you realise there's no highlighting on the rest of it. Just sort of some quite atmospheric and good inking. I'm loving that Terra. Rather than the metal on that, it's pretty damn cool. Like I said, there's no highlighting on that at all, on the black on the body, the backs of the legs, which is a shame. Only really on that cloth part. Nice looking figure. Let's get a look at the Ultramarines Lieutenant with a Power Fist. He's got a cracking looking face. Look at that, that's a fantastic head sculpt. He's a mean looking boy. He's got some highlighting on that part, those sort of leather parts going down there too. Again, there's nothing on the black parts, which you really want to see a little bit as well, make them pop. Now, I'm not a fan of the power fists, I wish they were articulated, but this one does look pretty cool. Quite atmospheric, it does suit him as well. It's one of my more favourite of the Ultramarines. But his blue just looks darker than recent releases. Do a comparison in a moment. He's a great looking figure as well. So these are both supposed to be 12 cm, 12 centimetres. Bear in mind their legs are slightly splayed. Yeah, he's going to be about 12 to the top of the head, and he's going to be around about, he looks maybe a bit shorter. Legs straight, he'll be approaching 12 top of the head. Top of the backpacks, they're going to be approaching 14 cm, 13.5, 14 cm. So let's get an idea of this blue on this Ultramarines is different. The yellow is the same, I'm pretty sure of that. But the Ultramarines blue, I've got the Terminator Captain release here. I'll put a link for him in the top right for you. Now the issue with the Terminator Captain is they gave him really large heads. They scaled the heads to the armour and not to the figure. Or not to the man inside the armour, you understand what I mean. So look at these guys here. That Terminator Captain here is massive. Also the blue, I can't make that out. It's coming a bit close. The blue looks a bit lighter on the Terminator Captain. Let's have a look. It might be an optical illusion. Oh, we're not getting a focus. Get a focus going on first. It might be an optical illusion, but I think it's because the inking is heavier on the Lieutenant. That's why it looks a bit darker than the Ultramarines Captain. But the blue is probably the same. The only issue with the Ultramarines Captain against his head, his nogging is massive compared to the standard Ultramarines. They should have really scaled the heads the same, because they're the same size guy in armour, presumably. Maybe I'm wrong. Someone who knows the law can tell me. So the blue does look the same, just that it's going to look darker on this guy because his inking is superior. Great looking figures. Let's get an idea of scale some of the figures. I've got here a Marvel Universe World War Hulk who's got two right feet, so he doesn't want to stand up particularly well. And the Marvel Universe figures are pretty crap anyway for standing up straight, but he's a big boy and he can just about stand up. Well, you can't now look at that foot, but you see he's about the same size as a Marvel Universe Hulk. If I get a Brute from Halo, now these figures, these JoyToy figures will start to look a bit on the smaller side. He's visibly larger, not quite as bulky. Probably that with they took the armor off, he'd be more bulky. Make his head straight, get an idea of how much bigger he is. He's like a head above. If I get a standard size figure, I'll use one I haven't used for a while. Let me use this Fresh Retro, which is closer to 3.75 than 4 inches, probably. But it's a fantastic figure. Again, I'll put a link in the top right for you. I hope they're still going, because I haven't seen anything from Fresh Retro in a long time. And you can see that he is a tad he is being slightly overshadowed by this Ultramarines there. If I get another standard size figure, I use my Sergeant Winter from Fortnite, who I reviewed recently. Who's I'm not sure when he'll be available generally in the shops. So I was quite lucky to get him here in China. I'll stick him in the middle here, like a warlike Father Christmas style figure. There you go, and you can see how they tower above your standard 1/5 scale figure. A couple of really nice looking releases. Even if you're a bit sick of the Ultramarines, I think he looks good. And the Imperial Fists. You see, I preferred Imperial Fists over the Ultramarines for colour wise, but I just think this Ultramarine Lieutenant looks amazing. Okay, so All Smash Toys, and I'm going to be signing out, so please like, share, subscribe. Do check out my Patreon if you've got the time or the inclination. There'll be a link in the video description below, along with discount codes for JoyToy and other figures and various scales. It is worth checking out and get yourself a bit of a bargain. I'll see you in the next video. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.